GP. The mind says, okay, is this it? Is this all? What is there must be more to it? Then mind is trying to cling on to something and be the one who takes credit for the awakening. Awakening mind is going mad. Yes, one of the wonderful benefits of truly immersing yourself in non-dual understanding is you become really, really adept at spotting how the mind works. The mind will always say, is this it? It can't be this simple. There has to be more. Why? Because without that, it doesn't exist. There is nothing there for it. And for the mind, and the mind is simply discursive thought. It is simply the way in which the dualistic veil is maintained. It assumes a subject-object relationship. The real nature of non-duality, that is not two, inner unity, oneness, is inconceivable to the mind. It is inconceivable to thought. Now, don't think of the mind as just some kind of an object, some kind of entity there that's trying to interfere with you. It's simply patterns of thoughts. And all patterns of thoughts are sustained by there being this subject-object relationship. As you dive into the non-dual experience and the subject-object relationship begins to dissolve, because you do not have a subject-object relationship with yourself. You can't. In doing so, we create an image of ourselves, right, which then creates a subject-object relationship. We think the object is us, and therein lies the big mistake. We now start thinking of ourselves, describing ourselves in terms of a bunch of attributes and characteristics. And then those attributes and characteristics, we project onto that the sense of that being an actual self. So somebody will say, I'm a happy person, I'm smart, I'm energetic, I'm clever, I'm male, I'm female, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I'm Buddhist. All of those become ways of the mind establishing a subject-object relationship between you and yourself. But obviously there isn't one. There's no anywhere else, everything else in the universe is a subject-object relationship. To look at your car, look at your shoes, look at your house, look at your friends, and your attention can go there. Boom, there's you, and then there's them. But I say to you, look at you. Now the mind will present a picture of you like a mirror or a video on YouTube or something like that. I'll say, but that's not you. That's an image of you. Put the attention on you. And you notice you cannot do it. You cannot step outside of yourself and look back at yourself. Which means that all of the knowledge we have acquired through this sense of a subject-object relationship is moot. It's not true. It can't be true because it's based on a false assumption. You cannot know yourself as an object. But you still know yourself, don't you? You know you are. You know you exist. You know you're here. Right? If I ask you, do you exist? The answer will be an absolute yes. I ask if you are aware. The answer will be, again, an absolute yes. So this knowing is different. Self-knowledge is different. And to the mind, which it can still be very active, right? And many of us here have very good minds, very, very powerful, very smart minds, right? They can still be very active. And so this kind of information, this total non-dual insight, which is what being aware is, the thought pattern that we call the mind has nowhere to put this. It does not fit. So it's going to go, well, this can't be it. I need more information. Well, there isn't any more information. That's it. This is the big confusion about awakening and enlightenment. There isn't any other information. This is it. Aware of being aware, that is your being. That is your existence. It is pure consciousness. Consciousness conscious of itself. It is a pure unity. It's not subject-object anymore. And so it is an intuitive knowing. And that also is happiness, peace, contentment. That is where you find it all. So thank you for that, Chris. And just notice that the habit of the mind to do that will persist for a while. And your job is to simply recognize it through your understanding, which is growing, to recognize it as a habit pattern of thought and simply withdraw your attention from it. Don't give it any more credit or any more, and lose interest in it. Just see, oh, there's that pattern again, right? And that's not a big deal. It's not a problem that these habits continue, that there's some momentum to it. We just don't let yourself get sucked back into it again.